In this video, let's take a look at how to use our command line interface and look at some of the basic commands in Kali Linux. So I'll just turn on my virtual box and I'll just start my Kali Linux virtual machine. So yeah, let us just start our operating system and let's just wait for it. And you can take a look at all the specifications like you have the general tab where all of the general information like the name and the specifications like the RAM and the storage allocated to this virtual machine. And looks like my network card is also connected. You can take a look at the network card here, like go to devices in USB. So my Atheros UB93 is connected to Kali Linux. And you can take a look at the network type. You can take a look at the audio, optical drivers, and you can take a look at the shared files from the main operating system. If you want to get into full screen mode, you can just click on the right control and press the F key, which takes you to full screen mode. So let me just type my password. I'll just hit enter. Yep, so we are in our Kali Linux operating system. So this is not my a root account. So I'll just go into my root account, or I can just explain it here itself, but I'll just switch user and go into my root account. So I'll just type root admin at root. Sorry, my password is not admin. So I'll just go to my root account and it says I've got an error, a VirtualBox client fatal error. Okay, let us ignore that. I'll press Control F to increase my size to full screen. So once we are into full screen, let's take a look at the different kinds of commands used in Kali Linux. So we have two types of interfaces, which is the graphical user interface, GUI, and the CLI, command line interface, which we'll be using command line interface. So the graphical user interface is in the new generation computers like in Windows, where there's a lot of capability in the graphic card, and the command line interface which was used by all of the old computers where the computing power and the graphic cards were not powerful enough. So once you've turned on the terminal, it just looks like this. So once you've turned on the terminal, let us just turn on the full screen mode, and I'll just zoom in a bit. So it is Control++ to just zoom in, but it's not working on my keyboard. So let us take a look at some of the basic commands we'll be using before we dive into penetration testing. And yeah, so just type ls to list the number of directories and folders in your file system or in your operating system. So these are the set of files that I have in my file system. So here we have documents, music, pictures, videos, and downloads. So these are just the number of files. So you can just press cd and enter into a directory like documents, and just press tab to fill that, or sometimes the arrow key is enough, the right arrow key. Just press enter. So we are into documents, and for to list the number of files inside the document, you just press ls to list. So there are no documents in my documents folder, or sorry, there are no files in my documents folder. So if you want to create a new file, like I just created a file called a text file.txt. Let us just go ahead and do it. So let us just clear the terminal and let us get back to our root user, and let's just create a new file. First let me just type the touch command. Touch, you can just type new file.txt, which will be created. So yep, it is created. You can just take a look at it. A new file.txt was created. You can take a look at you can look it in the file system somewhere here. So it will be created here. A new file will be created named txt. So yeah, if you want to write something in the text file, you can just type Okay, you can just type, you know, echo, and you can just type I just type network security, and you can just give arrow key, and you can just type the file name, new file .txt, and hit enter. So it will just type in the the word called network security in this text file. So if you want to look at it, you can just go ahead and type ls, and you can just type cat, and you can just type new text file, a new file dot txt, I'm sorry. Okay, now we have the word written network security. If you want to remove or delete this text file, you can just type the remove command which we have. So remove a text file, remove a text file .txt. So it just goes and removes the text file. If you want to remove this, you can just type the remove command again, remove a new file .txt. Yep, it just removed all of my text files which was saved. So I'll just clear the terminal for now. And next, if you want to know which host you're into or which operating system, what's your operating system's name, you can just type who am I and hit enter. I'm in the root operating system. And if you want to know the host name, you just type host name and hit enter. Your host name is Kali. And if you want to create a new folder inside documents, you can just type cd documents and hit enter. Okay, we are into documents, so there is nothing in my document folder. Let's just take a look at it. It's just empty for now. So I'll head over to documents. So the folder is empty, but let us go ahead and create a new file inside documents. So you can just type the mkdir. So you can just type the file name. So I'll just type network security, network. Let us type network. So that file name is created. Hit ls, and you can take a look at it. It's magic. We just created a brand new folder inside the document. So we do have networks here. But if you want to delete this, you can go to the graphical user interface and delete it right here. Or if you want to delete it using the command line interface, you can go ahead and type mdir and delete it. So, and I want to delete my I want to delete my networks folder. I'll just hit enter. So it is deleted. But if you use the rm command to delete the networks folder, it just won't work, because Kali Linux makes sure that you do not delete the entire set of files inside that particular folder. So you always use rmidr to completely delete the entire folder inside a particular document. And so these are the set of documents. If you want to come back to root Kali, you can just type cd / and you will be exited from the documents folder. So I'll just hit enter, and if you just type pwd / help. Okay, let us get into documents, cd documents pwd help. Okay, /h. Maybe this command is not working. Okay, we are in root documents. So if you want to upgrade Kali Linux, you can just use the sudo apt update, which you will need to do after installing Kali Linux, immediately after installing Kali Linux. So this is one of the command to update Kali Linux. And if you want to upgrade Kali Linux, you just have to type sudo apt upgrade and update to just upgrade and update Kali Linux. And yeah, so these are some of the basic commands we'll be using, and we'll be using the ifconfig command. ifconfig to know the different types of interfaces. Ours is WLAN 0. Our network adapters name is WLAN 0, and if you want to change the IP address or the VPN, you will have to know the basic networking commands. And if you just type msf console, you can just start the Metasploit. And if you want to know more about commands and different kinds of commands, you can just use Google as your best friend, and you can use ChatGPT anytime, or you can ask me anytime on how to use the different commands in Kali Linux. So head over to ChatGPT and just ask it. You can just ask it basic Kali Linux commands, and you need to by heart all of this. You need to remember all of it and understand all of this. Kali Linux CMD. So it just comes up with a lot of Kali Linux command, and you can just start using them. But remember not to mess up your root directory. So we just saw the remove command rm. We just saw rmdir. So if you have any kind of problem, you can just chat GPT or Google. Treat chat GPT as your best friend. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.